I reported my sexist team to HR, and now they're doing a much bigger investigation than I wanted. I work with about 10 men, and I am the only woman on my team. Over the course of about 2.5 months, I've accumulated some experiences of sexism. A lot of it has been jokes or comments that are generally inappropriate or sexual in nature, and other times it's a difference in treatment from other colleagues that I think has to be because I'm a woman. My feelings of discontentment have been getting greater and greater these past couple months, and I came to a breaking point last Friday. I felt unwelcome and belittled. I ended having to leave my desk for 30 minutes and crying in the bathroom. I felt like I either needed to leave this job because I wasn't respected, or that I needed to do something about the feeling. I didn't feel like having a personal conversation with some of the guys was an appropriate course of action because I didn't feel like I'd be taken seriously. Instead, I set up a meeting on Monday with someone who works for my company who is a representative between us and the company we work for. We work as contractors for a larger company. Let's call him M. I came in prepared with notes on my phone about all of the instances I've experienced. M was super responsive to my complaints. I was surprised and optimistic about this, and afterwards he asked me to send him an email with a list of the situations I had mentioned. I complied and wrote a brief email about it. We met up again a couple days later, when he said that he had spoken with his manager and it had been escalated to HR within the contracting company, and that they would be conducting a formal investigation. He reiterated that they would like to protect me, and to do that, they would need me to send them another email with every possible description of each situation I had previously listed. M said they would need to speak with every person on the team, starting with people who I didn't list as making any harassing remarks or behaviors to corroborate my claims. I immediately felt uneasy about this. Not only is there 100% transparency about these complaints coming from me, but everyone in the office is going to be made aware of every situation I listed. I listed situations with people I'm actually friends with too. M said they need to conduct this formal investigation so that if anything further happens in the future, they can take appropriate action, which may mean termination from assignment. I've become so distraught imagining how people are going to react knowing their job security is now up for debate. I'm worried about how I am going to be able to function in an environment where people are going to be treating me differently following the investigation. I told M that it took a lot for me to even approach him, and that I feel I'm going to be pushed into a corner by people either being bitter or overly sensitive about interacting with me. I don't feel unsafe and I do enjoy my office, but the inequality was getting to me. I asked if we could do a general office training or education about our company's sexual harassment policy instead of an investigation, because frankly, we should already be doing that. I'm just so nervous that I'll be further pushed out and ultimately forced to leave. I was told that M's higher-up said an investigation is how we need to proceed, and that I need to provide descriptions of each instance. I feel like my needs of a comfortable workspace are being jeopardized, and while they say they want to protect me, it is doing the opposite. I want to speak to M's manager because I'm uncomfortable with this. Am I just being spineless and need to follow through with this investigation and hope for the best? Do I have any kind of recourse? What if I don't provide them with any more details to aid in the investigation? I'm legitimately freaking out about this, and it is giving me so much anxiety on top of an already shitty work situation. First update. I took a little bit of time after writing to figure out how I wanted to approach the situation with my HR rep. M had requested written statements for every occurrence of sexual harassment I'd experienced, which I was avoiding sending until I knew what I wanted to do. I knew a full-blown investigation would change things greatly at my office. On a big picture level, I hoped an investigation would improve the culture within my team and make it a safer environment for women. On a personal level, it would impact my ability to work with my team and strain even the good relationships I had. M's suggestion that I work separately in a different office building made me feel punished, and I contemplated quitting. After taking some time, I looked at my entire employment experience and researched HR protocols. That's when I realized my company had never done any sexual harassment training with my team while I'd been employed, against state law at the time. Coworkers confirmed there had never been training, even on adjacent teams, which shocked me. Sexual harassment in the tech industry had been illuminated in the media for quite some time, and I was shocked my company had been so negligent. I wrote to M requesting another meeting with him and his manager. I explained that while I knew an investigation was standard, the impact would place undue stress on me. I noted that no sexual harassment training or other HR trainings had been done, and that this negligence had facilitated the environment for my situation to occur. They told me they would think about next steps. A couple days later, they emailed stating I did not need to pursue the investigation if I did not want to. They also said they would implement new HR trainings across all teams and facilitate an all-team meeting to address sexual harassment while keeping my identity anonymous. I wasn't sure if they thought I was gearing up to sue, but I was happy to hear this. I did not follow through with the investigation, and my situation improved drastically afterward. I knew I wasn't working with a team of awful misogynists, but that my company had done nothing to create a safe culture. I moved to a new and much better company around a year later. Most of the folks on my team also left. A friend who joined later says she feels comfortable and no harassment issues have come up since.